Welcome to Everything Embedded. In today's video, I want to talk about Qt and the basics of drawing, how to draw in Qt. Why are we talking about Qt and why are we talking about drawing? These are very basic things. I mean, of course, yes, these are basic things. But for people who may not know how to do that or what's the purpose. Well, the thing is, Qt is a multi-platform library which can be used right from Mac onto embedded Raspberry Pi as well. So it's a very useful skill to have to see how we can draw stuff, how we can display outputs, or how we can draw stuff using if you want to draw a rectangle or if you want to use your own font or change the colors. So what is the basics of drawing that in Qt? Well, as you know, Qt is a C++ library. So since it's a multi-platform library, if you install it on a Mac, it will automatically use the Mac libraries to actually output the things on the screen. If you install it on Windows, it will appropriately use the Windows graphics library to do its job. And if it's on the Raspberry Pi, again it will use the Linux frame buffer or the other various drivers to do its job. So right, so what you see on the screen now is an example, a very basic example, which is what I was writing today. So it's a very basic example which shows you how to draw rectangles, various around 7 or 8 rectangles in different colors and with text displayed inside it. So it just labels the rectangle sequence, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as you see on the screen, and displays draws the rectangle in different colors as well. So it's should be a very simple program to understand, and one can resize this or other things, but I mean it will not go below minimum. So if I try to resize below this, it does not go beyond a minimum size, which I have defined in the code, which I'll just show you. So before we even talk about the code, what are we going to discuss in this one? So we will be talking about the QPainter class. Yeah, that's right, the QPainter class. This is the class which is responsible for drawing the text, the rectangles, if you want to draw an ellipse. Let's look on the website, the Qt website itself. What does this do? Right, so here we are on the Qt website, and this is the QPainter class. I will just zoom in slightly so that it gets bigger. Okay, so what does it allow us to do? So QPainter, we can draw a chord, we can draw polygons, we can draw ellipses, we can display an image, we can draw lines, we can draw a pie chart as well, we can draw polygons, text, and we can fill those rectangles with various colors. We can set their fonts, set their opacity, change the scale, set the different type of brushes or pens or other things. Well, all those are for future videos, but in this video I just want to keep it simple. So this is a very basic class of how to draw stuff in Qt. So right, so what are we going to be? As I said, I'll put a link of in this description, but you already know that it's a QPainter class which you can search as well, but I'll put the link in the description as well. So let's look at the simple code. Really, it should be very simple to understand what's going on. So all we are doing here is drawing rectangles here. So each rectangle is of 100 pixel by 100 pixel. That is what it is. So length is 100, breadth is 100. So 100 pixels each, we draw various rectangles. So let me go to the code here. So this is my Qt creator. What I did was, so it's a very simple project. I have put the project onto my source code folder, which you can also download. So you can download the source code if you want to. You can see it there. As I said, it's a very this is a beginner video, so it should be simple to follow. It is not that complicated. So let us look at the let's go through the step by step. So this is the main.cpp, in which we just create an instance of the main window and just let it run. Let this just show the window and it goes into its loop. inside the main window, all we are doing is there is a class which I have created. It's called as the painter board class. So here we are just setting the title, creating our board, and that's all it does really. So the entire magic is done in the painter board class. This is the class which actually draws stuff, and it is derived from QWidget, which is a very important thing to note. So this white rectangle border which you are seeing is actually a QWidget class. So what we are doing here is we are drawing our own custom widget, and that's what it is. So this white window is a QWidget border. So this is our painter board. It has a very bare basic minimum methods, really nothing, no complications in this class. So if you are a beginner to Qt, this class or this C++ files should be very useful. So all we are saying is what is the minimum size which should be allowed when the user wants to resize the window. So if I try to resize, what should be the absolute minimum? So let's look at the C++ class here. So I have just said I want my window to be around 820 pixels by 820 pixels. That's how you do it here. Just specify what should be the size here. This should be simple to understand. And the main magic is done in the paint event method. This is the method which gets called when Qt wants to paint your window, when it wants to draw inside the window. So when it comes to drawing inside the window, this is the method which is called. So I will zoom in on this method now. Right, so I have defined arrays of different colors here. These are the different colors which you can, these are the various hex codes for the color which are available on the internet and everywhere. You can just search them and put the hex values here. So first one is black. As we see, all values are 0 here. This is again, you see, so these colors, the black, the slightly reddish, the green, this cyan, magenta, yellowish, and these kind of colors, these are the colors here which have been defined in this color table. And all we are doing is we just set the font size to 48 pixels, and we are, as I said, we are using the QPainter class. This is important here. So inside the paint event method, we use the QPainter class, and we just loop through the color tables, and we just call a method called as draw square, which is just a simple method which calls a method of fill the rectangle. So all it does is it takes a rectangle and a color, Q color object as such. So as I said, this is a very simple method, a very simple introduction to QPainter class. Hopefully this should give you some idea how to draw various kind of stuff, and in the next example possibly maybe I'll show you how we can draw some ellipses, draw some arcs. Make sure to watch my previous video on MS-DOS really. So where I have covered things like how to do such thing in, for example, in Turbo C++. Well, I mean, this is running on a Mac, whereas Turbo C++ of course was under MS-DOS, but the concepts remain the same. So if you know that one, this one is again a very piece of cake to follow. So maybe you can start with that, just spend maybe a couple of hours on that part, and this should be very easy to understand. So this is not complicated at all. It has the same logic, same concepts really. So again, so all we are doing here is we are creating a rectangle of size 100 by 100 and just drawing the rectangle, and we just call a method called draw text again, which is available in the QPainter class. You can see all the list of methods provided by Qt. So that's what I'm using from here. That's where I got the method from, draw text, which just takes a rectangle. How the text should be displayed, I want it to be displayed in the center, both horizontal as well as the vertical center. So our text is centered in the rectangle, and it wants the actual text, so which I give as the number of the current color basically. And that's it, to be honest. It's very simple here. Maybe one another thing which this project uses CMake, and if you look into the text file, it defines what kind of files are to be used for building the project. So this one is not using a PRO project file, but I rather just for just to explain how we can use CMake as well. So these are the files. So make sure to put all your files, whatever files you're going to use in the project, those files should be included here. And so when you just do a simple build or a rebuild, for example, so I will say rebuild my painter project. So that's how you do a build here, and it should build successfully. And this is the output from that. Hopefully you like this simple video, and yeah, I'll see you shortly in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers. Bye bye.